This is where I've been living aboard the past couple of days. During the day, Sidney has been busy working down below on Galopin's hull and rudder. And at the end of the day, he'd come up for a grog. The shipyard's an interesting place at night, too. It's recommended to hire guard, because you never know who may come and visit. Today, there were other types of visitors. I have mixed feelings about this. In one way, I'm happy for Cape Verde to offer this kind of fishing experience. Adds to the wild and exciting reputation of the islands, and brings money to the local economy. And then I look at this incredible animal that roamed the seas, strong and fierce, hanging there lifeless. A morbid trophy to a gang of rich, roly-poly Russians, pushing Sidney away from a photo opportunity. They'll get instant notoriety on Instagram with this blue marlin weighing in over 500 kilograms. They have an advantage over their local fishermen, the latest in expensive fishing gear and high-performance boats. Meanwhile, these two have the right idea. They could give a rat's ass. I've been here about 3 days now. Sidney has been making steady progress. He's begun patching up the rudder. Lidio makes his regular visits while Sidney marks the waterline for the paint and anti-fouling. We've decided to move it up about 10 centimeters. It's at the waterline that there's the most growth in these warm waters. He's applying a first coat of epoxy primer. He'll be putting another coat after he continues on the rudder. The epoxy filler has cured and is ready for more filler, but he wants to finish the first coat before the end of the day. He's very invested in Galopin. A friend helps, but Sidney doesn't let any imperfections pass by. I think he's happier doing it himself. He takes real pride in his work. Look at that clean line. Well done, Sidney. You deserve a grog. Today, Sidney is giving the hull a new coat of white. Galopin didn't really need it, but there were some leftovers from Peter's boat, and Sidney suggested we use it. It will add to the budget, but Galopin's worth it, as is Sidney's valued efforts. Look what he's done to the rudder now. It's really taken shape. Guys here really know what they're doing, with very modest means. Old school and done right. I wish I could help more, but I'm more useful doing what I do best, video. While the guys have been working, I've been busy filming, downloading and organizing footage, editing, writing and recording voiceover. The guys are thrilled seeing themselves on YouTube. Alex was back. He got this made from a carpenter. He's also cleaned out my fuel system. If he's not sure about something, he'll call his big brother Danny to make sure. And Sidney is doing what he does best. And man, does he do good. Look at the rudder now. And after 2 coats of epoxy and anti-fouling, pure beauty and perfection. And we can't forget Alex, who reinstalled the rudder. He's a star too. I gave Sidney an engraving tool. I had bought it on sale in Europe and never used it. He'll probably make better use of it. And I gave him a couple of other things he said he could use. Then something surreal strutted down the beach. It's a seahorse. I'm beginning to like it here, but we're scheduled to go back in the water today. There was one more thing to do for Sidney, reinforcing the door and the cockpit floor locker. I'll be moving on, and the guys here will keep on doing what they do. I'm gonna miss them. Everyone has been kind, helpful, and friendly, and always up for an afternoon grog. But now, George says it's time to go. You will never understand the feeling of this experience unless you live it. But I'll try to explain. We all got aboard, then felt the cart roll down the rail freestyle. I thought we were going to go all the way in and crash in the ocean, but then it stopped suddenly. This went on until we got to the water. Then the cart would inch its way down, steel against steel, moaning at every moment. This process went on for quite a while, painfully slow. The guys did not seem worried at all, which was reassuring, as well, Lily was there, always up for an adventure. What can I say about Peter's cinematographic prowess? He's a star too. Peter almost crashed his drone into my dinghy, but miraculously saved it. After about 2 hours, we were finally in the water. The waves were pushing us around and up and down. You could feel the boat's heaviness lifting and thumping down below. I started the engine. Alex was there just in case there was a problem. The divers untied the lines, and with a push from Sidney, Galopin was afloat. So now, where do we go from here? It was great to have you along on this voyage. Give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this series. Me and Galopin promise you a good time every Wednesday, so welcome aboard.